Hey everybody, we are here at Barnes & Noble in Johnson City getting ready for a huge event, a book release party and a celebration. Of course, it is New York Times best-selling author Robert Beatty's new book, Serafina and the Twisted Staff. A lot of people have been waiting for this, and Robert, thank you so much for taking the time to have us out here today.
Thank you. Great to be here in Johnson City.
Yeah, and you're coming back to Johnson City because you were actually here the one when you released your previous book.
Right. I was here before, and it was such a fantastic event, and I thought it was so fun. I thought, okay, where do I want to be on launch week? And this was the spot.
Well, and a lot of people are very happy as we look around. Already a crowd gathering. You're still an hour away from your actual book signing, and a lot of people have been so looking forward to this book. Huge response.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. There's 1,000 people come out to a lot of the events, and we have a good time, and there's free food and drink, and I sign everybody's book and personalize their book and get a chance to talk to everybody, so I love it.
And of course, you're from just over the mountain over there in Asheville, and I understand you had a release party there as well, and it was a huge success.
Right. Last Saturday evening, we had a midnight release party. I wasn't sure anybody would stay up that late, but about 1,000 people did, so it was fantastic. Yeah.
And we've got to talk about the book. Of course, this is the second now in the series, all taking place at Biltmore, which of course has a special connection for you. Right. Talk to me a little bit about Serafina and the character that you've developed.
Right. So the book, the series, both 1, 2, and 3 next year, is about a little 12-year-old girl named Serafina, and she's a rather unusual but very brave and good-hearted little girl who lives secretly in the basement of Biltmore Estate during George and Edith Vanderbilt's time there. So she sneaks around and spies on the Vanderbilts, and she solves dark mysteries.
And you have a lot of young readers we're seeing out there today, even that for them, they're surprised that they can get through a whole book, and it's really one of those things that's very moving. It pushes people to read and want to read. It's got to make you feel good.
It does indeed. So when I sat down to write the book, I wrote it for my daughters, my young daughters, but I also wanted to write it for adults as well. And I'm gratified and thankful that many kids are reading it, but many adults are loving it as well. So it's a mixture of history, mystery, and magic, all sort of combined together.
And certainly this is the day and time for that. I mean, there's just something very intriguing about that.
Yeah, so I think it's resonating with a lot of people for a number of reasons. One, because Serafina is unusual, but she doesn't take it personally, for lack of a better word. She just gets out there and she knows she's unique and different, but she uses that uniqueness, and that's how she uses it as a weapon to fight her enemies, and she feels good about herself, and I think people find that refreshing.
Yeah, a lot of good life lessons, especially for young readers, which is your target there.
Right. So one of the main lessons is that she and her comrades, they say the expression "stay bold," meaning when things seem difficult and they're going through tough times, or they have a very fierce enemy they have to fight, they say "stay bold," meaning stay strong, stay brave.
And talk to me a little bit about the Biltmore Estate and using that. I know I've got to watch both of the different book trailers that you did, and watching, I mean, they're just incredible. Everybody needs to check out the book trailer because the photography and the characters and bringing these people to life, I mean, just a really special place getting that access to Biltmore.
Right, thank you. So when we started doing this, we thought, how can we get people interested in the book? And one of the ways we thought to do that would be to create a video, but it's hard to compete with Hollywood quality videos, especially since we can't afford a lot of special effects and things like that. So to bring a fantasy story and historical fiction to life is difficult. But then we thought, wait a second, we have the best backdrop in the world here, the Blue Ridge Mountains and the beautiful forests here and Biltmore Estate. We have a lot of our special effects built in, so it's been great fun to shoot the trailers, and my daughters play roles in the trailer, and my wife made the dresses, and it's just been a great family project, and we've used all local film crews and technicians.
And it is spectacular, and of course watching the trailer, you can't help but wonder, oh my gosh, I want to see the movie. So of course that has to be one of my questions is, a lot of people are wondering, are we going to see this in theaters?
Right, so I'd love to make a movie, believe me. The book is published by Disney Hyperion, so that's a good hint right there.
Yeah.
And so we have to see how it goes. The first one was a New York Times bestseller. If we can make the next one a New York Times bestseller, that will give it good momentum. And we're currently talking to various producers and various studios and trying to find a good home for it.
Wonderful. Well, Robert, we thank you so much for
Thank you
taking
very
the
much.
time to talk
Yeah.
with us today. I know you have a lot
Yeah.
of people waiting for a very important signature, so we'll let you get back to it. Of course, the book is now available at Barnes & Noble. He also has some other book signing events coming up. One of those coming up soon in Asheville. You can check out the website for more information. It is robert-beatty.com.